Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
When are we on? Are we? I can hear myself.
There. Okay.
What is going on, good people? Welcome to Let's Talk Love. And there's an echo somewhere. I can hear me.
Turn it in.
So, I am your favorite love prescriber, Miss Love Doctor. And where there is love, there is always inner beauty. So, you guys already know what's going on with my beautiful co-host.
I'm over here like, hey, hi, y'all.
Not you can see yourself.
Because I'm looking over there, not looking over here. Hey, y'all.
What's going
Happy
on?
Happy Thursday.
Yes. So,
weird.
this is not a place where we all talk love. We always make sure we focus on sharing love. So, if nobody has told you today that they loved you, we would very much like to be the first. We love you guys, and be sure to share this with other humans who have hearts just like yourself.
Everybody,
and
right?
If you want to be a part of the conversation, you can call in hot 702-551-5261, and we would love to hear from you. Just make sure that you keep it classy and respectful.
Period.
And be real with yourself, because if you call in here lying, you only lying to you, and you could just keep that. So,
Lie to yourself.
So, I just wondered, was thinking about what today, excuse me, let me get a little sippity sip.
Okay, get a little. Okay, let me.
What better way to round out Women's History Month than having some phenomenal women,
period,
in the studio, in the Love Lounge,
in the Love
part
Lounge.
2 with us. We definitely have some women here that are very special to me, as well as our guest of love today. I'm not sure why she sent me such a short introduction, because in my mind, body, and spirit, I know this young lady does a lot of things, and she's a force to be reckoned with in the community, and she's a mental health advocate and a peer recovery leader. We have the lovely Miss Ashley Floyd in the building. Hello. Yeah, I was like, now I know, because our next guest, baby, she brought the thunder, okay? And I was like, copy, paste. We have a powerhouse in the world of sociology and education. She has built a career dedicated to making real change where it matters most in our schools and communities. She's renowned sociologist and professor whose groundbreaking research-based initiatives have set the stage for equity and includes in education.
Inclusivity. Go on here, girl.
Okay. She is not just about theory. She's about action. And I know this to be true. That's how I met her. From K to 12 classrooms to college campuses and civil rights organizations, she's been at the forefront of reform, working tireless to address the systematic issues and fight for justice for us, for you, for all of us, okay?
Period.
Whether she's leading initiative programs, shaping the next generation of thinkers, girl, you know, I was like, I'm just going to read it authentically
her,
with
like,
y'all.
baby.
Or advocating for the
Introduce me.
underserved. Dr. Liz is always pushing the boundaries for those who's possible when equity is the goal. Make sure y'all give it up for the lovely Dr. Liz.
Thank you, sis.
I got
Two doctors.
I just feel so distinguished. Okay.
Welcome, ladies. Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Wow.
I'm doing good. It's been a phenomenal week. The weather has been on point, which just helps.
True.
You know, it helps with your mood health. It's been real productive, right? But without the chaos. Been eliminating all things and people that bring chaos, because the work in itself is enough.
Yeah.
We don't need confusion with
You
it.
don't
So
need
it's been
confusion. We need to stay positive within one another.
Come on.
Man, we got to.
Miss Ashley, how you doing?
I am blessed. I cannot complain.
Blessed.
I am so blessed. Yes.
Yes.
Now, if I could sing, I would, but you don't want to hear that.
It's all right.
Oh, no.
It got to come from your heart. Listen, I cannot sing, but I will. I will.
We will.
I
Yes,
love
most
that.
definitely.
Beauty on the Bee, how you feeling? How's your week?
Oh my God, I'm feeling good. I love being around like powerful women. It's like, you know, you when you feel it, you absorb it, you know, and you bask in it. And I'm a girl's girl, you know. I am always like, hey, girl. I just love being around women, strong women, beautiful women, intelligent women. Like, this is what I love to be around. So
Okay.
I'm excited to be in the building.
I love that you were able to give that flower and say that.
Yes.
Because sometimes as women, we be excited on the inside, like, oh my God, I love her. I look up to her. And you want to have someone to look up to, but it's frowned upon.
Why? I don't understand
Only
that.
reason why I'm saying that, for two reasons, is that you should only, as some people would say, look up to God, right? And then, but secondly, sometimes the person you looking up to may not be that much higher. What you need to do is look at them, and have them see you. You know, so maybe that's why I said that. Not like it's a bad
That's all
thing.
philosophical and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, okay, doctor, talk to me.
Okay. So I was going to bring some women's therapies cards today for us to do our check-in, but I did not. So we are going to do the Wheel of Health, and I'll let you guys pick. Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, environmental. You get to pick whichever one you like and let me know how you are feeling. And we do a check-in where we need to know where you're at, where your center, where your core, where your seeds at in this thing. Are you good? Do you need some support? So it's a safe space to let us know how you guys are feeling within our check-in. Because we have to check on each other more often. Yeah. So which one of you ladies would like to go first?
You know what? I'm going to go with social.
Ooh, me too. I was going to do that too.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And I explain now, right? Okay. Yes. So I would say social, because I think with all the busyness of my life at the moment, every organization I'm a part of, all the things I'm balancing, especially family with illness and things like that, I definitely feel like I'm letting down my personal social life. Like, I don't know the last time I hung out with my friends or called my friends. It feels like everything I'm doing is for others, but I think I'm losing a bit of some of my personal connections. And I think that's an area on the wheel of wellness that I could improve on right now. And the support would maybe be, girl, balance a little better. You know, make sure that I'm not leaving my sisters behind, which is, you know, when we talk about our event next weekend, is kind of the point. And I know Dr. Liz can't wait to talk about social connectedness. So that's where I feel like I need the most, is just keeping in contact with my sisters.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. Look at me
We were just talking about this.
We
Like,
you see, I looked at her when she said it. We
That's
literally
right on
just
time.
had this
Right.
conversation because I told her that I wanted to start to nurture more of a social life and start to, I know at this age it's not like, oh, you want to make new friends, but I think that new healthy bridges is time to be built for me. And I'm not out. Once I went through my journey of healing, I realized that I did cut that out. I shut the door completely to, like, I'm nice to everybody. And I know a lot of people, but that, hey, you want to be friends thing, like,
I feel that.
It's like, how do you say that? And then how do you make that natural, genuine connection?
Right.
And it just happened. So I think me putting it in the atmosphere, the universe was like, okay, let me help my baby out because she wants to be social and be friendly. And
I love that.
Yeah. So when you
Like
said it,
socially,
we're like,
intentionally,
Yes.
okay? Because my friend, you're very social. Intentionally being social and making those connections, like it happens automatically. But I know what she talking about. I'm proud of you.
But you know what? I really am. The focus of it is that mutual benefit, because I think we tend to have a lot of relationships that suck out of us and take from us, and it's not necessarily.
Piranhas.
you leave it down, friend.
But it's not necessarily because that person may be selfish or anything. It's just that's what they need and that's what we're giving. But sometimes we need that mutual relationship that's giving as much as it takes.
I just copied and pasted or shared a post that said, the person didn't, how did it go? The person didn't want you. They just knew you were a good person and needed you to be around.
Yeah.
And that was like, like, stab. Like, okay, I get it. So, Dr. Liz, how you doing? I mean, where we checking in at?
You know what? I think I was going to go social, but I think I'm going to go spiritual. Because that last part that you just said resonated with me. My mom been telling me since I was knee high, Liz, all these people ain't your friend. They just like the access to you. They like your energy, your vibe, what you come with. And y'all know, it took me till I was 30 to realize how true that was. That's almost embarrassing.
It's not.
Like, it took me that long to realize, like, wait a minute.
41.
Listen, but I'm there now, and I've been in that place for a few years, and I love it. So I discern my personal friendships and my social life well. I tell people all the time, stop saying all them folks my friends because you see me with them. Listen, we do the work, we do what needs to be done. If I ain't called you a friend, But I think for me, checking in spiritually, because I feel so grounded. And I'm getting so much spiritual confirmation lately over the past few months that every decision I've been making has been in alignment with who God called me to be, what my purpose is. I'm not fumbling the bag. Some people think like, why you move like that? You should stay connected to this person, that person. They bring this, they bring that. No. So just all of the spiritual confirmation I've been getting to show me like, you going in the right direction. Keep pushing, keep climbing. And with that obedience, I always say the blessing is in the obedience.
Amen.
The opportunities and access have just been, I could barely keep up with myself. For real. And so I'm just feeling good in that way.
I
love that. I'm feeling good in that way. Yes.
Where you at, friend?
Put me in. Dang, I don't even remember all of the different ones. But I just really feel like everything has been flowing and going very well. I just can't, personal, business, family, like with my son graduating, like all of these things are really happening in real time, and I'm able to help the people that I do, and I'm able to do for me, and I'm really, really like getting in the groove of things, like getting to know me, still being able to travel, still being able to provide, like these are all things that I want to do, and I'm excited that I'm able to.
Well, that's good because, sometimes doing all those things that you just talked about and all of our emotion, spirit, well-being within that will sometimes fall there in a space of mental health. And it's something that most of us think that we either suffer from because we don't suffer from it because, that's for crazy people. And it's something that we got it under control. I'm good. I got it under control. Or that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Or sometimes we sit in this thing and we think that we share it alone. And, mental health is a human experience that is generated by a combination of factors. And our very wonderful society that we live in here, generational curses, life experiences, family history, and health history, honestly, are some things that are very crucial to mental health, and are very well-being. And with women, it seems to get lost in translation somewhere, or the importance of it is diminished all the time. And with Black women, it's like all of a sudden we have all these unique barriers. You know, and mental health is vital for our overall well-being. So we're going to talk to these ladies about the importance of Black women in mental health, and why it's very impactful. And let me say this, I always say this, I am a human-based person. So don't think because we're talking about Black women in mental health that yours is not just it's actually the same thing if you didn't know, but we have to sometimes separate it because it looks different for everybody else. Right. And some people, like I said, that whole you problem thing, it come from people who feel like, ooh, that's a Black woman problem. That ain't really, that ain't our thing. You know what I'm saying? So
our house is on
try
fire
to learn something from
now.
it, so therefore you can use it to be more compassionate towards Black women. Okay. So first question, and anybody can take this one, is why is mental health important when it comes to Black women, so that people can understand that?
You know what? It's so critical because, like you said, all the barriers that we have. But you know what? I had this conversation earlier because on the one hand, we get so celebrated as Black women for all these things that we accomplish and that we conquer. And on the other hand, then we get told we're over independent and we're doing too much. But what I found is that society, they leave very little room for Black women to rest comfortably. Why am I only your shero or your hero when I'm doing the work, when I'm in the community, when I'm protesting, when I'm activating? But if I say I want to rest, oh, why you ain't active? Stuff needs to get done. Oh, I guess you got burnt out. Oh, I guess you overstimulated. So I think that's why it's so important for us as Black women, because we've been carrying ourselves, our families, our men, this world, right? All the way down to this country. We've been doing that for hundreds of years. And we don't get a safe space to rest or to say, see me, or to say, help me.
Thank you. Thank you. Because that's exactly what, because when you say that we're celebrated by each other. Right. Like your sister girl, your people. Like if you have that type of circle that celebrates you in that way, but we're not celebrated in really spaces. We know that we have our businesses. We know that we are more we're educating ourselves more. We are trying to add more to depth of us. But you're right. We feel like, okay, if we're not, because both of us, if we not doing something, we like, oh, we lazy. Oh, we're not finishing this. We're not that. We're not, like, we have to overachieve on things, but then we get criticized because our standards are too high or this or that, and it's just like, wow, I'm just doing what's necessary, what I'm good at, what's So,
and I'm a rest when necessary too, and I'm gonna stand on that.
And I would even add, I think as Black women, when they say we have to work twice as hard, there is a whole aspect of why people don't value the Black woman. The Black woman is seen as a mule, the one that carries the load and should do it silently. And then when we speak up, then we are the angry Black woman. But we have the Black woman, superwoman stereotype too, because we can carry it all. But medical people then say, Black women have a high pain tolerance, so they don't need as much medicine, which it goes into maternal health, and how Black women are more likely to die than any other demographic for that. So there's just a thing about Black women can tolerate a lot, they can carry a lot, but we don't get celebrated for carrying that load. And also then when it's time for us to need to take the load off our backs and get the rest we need, we are so needed in so many areas and so stretched that we then get ridiculed or told something's wrong with us because we need the break. And so it's really important, one, as we encourage Black women to pride themselves on what they're able to do and what they need, that we also make conversation and safe spaces for Black women. It's okay to get help. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take care of your mental health, because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you.
No.
Surely
Nobody else is going to do it for you.
Right.
They're not. And I can pull in every last thing you guys are saying, because I think I look at it from an aspect of there are so many people who love us just for who we are. But this internal environment that we live in, it's really us against us. And that's on many levels. You know what I mean? On the fact of like you said, it's not even about that I need the rest. Why not ask me, do I need some help?
Right.
Oh, well, they don't need help. Or, it's just, I don't think people realize that they have this internal prejudice against black women that they will never be able to admit to. And I'm including you black men.
Come on.
Right? And I'm not blaming you, because I know that it's learned behavior, and it's learned behavior from everybody else. But when you're a single person who's just trying to make it out here, and you have so many people that hate you just because it's you, and most of them want to be you.
Come on.
Oops.
Come on.
Okay. So, Dr. Liz, let me ask you this one. Speaking of society and things like that, how have the historical or social pressures on black women shaped their mental health?
So if we just think historically, right? I'm talking about historically, like slavery. Like, let's really take it back. Let's take it back. We have to, right?
From scratch.
We have to. I'm a big fan of what's called the Sankofa principle, the Sankofa African principle, like understanding where you came from and acknowledging that while also moving forward. But we got to first understand. If you don't know your history, it becomes your future. So when we're talking about slavery, think about how many families were not just separated, but black men torn from their black women, right? And then instantly, from way back then, we were in a place where we had to learn to do and be on our own, to be that alpha, to be strong, to carry on. We had to learn to live without y'all. Never wanted to. That was never in the plan. But it's just what we had to learn to do for survival. So then even post-slavery, right, when the black family is able to get back together to try to rebuild, well, we were so used to holding it down on our own that it's hard to okay, well, if I let you carry this load, black brother, are you going to fail? Are you going to mess up? How long are you going to be here? Are you here to stay? All these things that create this stratification historically to where it makes the black men feel like, do I have a place? Do you need me around? Where it seemed like you got it. Well, maybe I'm not needed here, but let me just go over there. And that we still see today. We still see that today, right? Like me and my kids, we going to be good with or without you. Rather have you, but if you don't stick around, if anything happens. And so I think it has created this very design strain. Like, this is not just by happenstance or by accident. So I think that's some of the historical considerations we need to consider, because it has impacted how we socialize with our men, especially with our black men today, how we depend on them, how we trust them, how we love them, how we see them, how we support them. And if they don't feel that balance, why would I stick around? So now we're divided. Right? Our families are habitually divided, and it just creates this place of, well, then I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing and doing by myself without you. But at what expense? Because I can do it all by myself, but at what expense? And if it's going to cost me my mental health, if I cannot do it with a well mind, that impacts me physically, socially, emotionally. We're looking at imposter syndrome, because I still got to look like a superwoman, seem like a superwoman, but really I don't got it all together, because where's my Superman? So I think those are some of the interconnected conversations that we should be considering.
Oh, when you said that, it took me right back to this crazy moment that I really haven't discussed most, but I ended up at the Lorraine Hotel, which is the Civil Rights Hotel and museum. And it says it was almost like the words jumped out of me that they realized like beating us wasn't their angle. It says break his spirits, not his bones.
Come on.
This will make sure that he leave home.
Wow.
So the black
break his spirits, not his bones.
Not his bones.
This will make him leave home.
Because
that's everything.
Just think about how society is, right? They had to take them out of the house. We're too powerful together, and we had to get a pass from the courts for 3 or more of us to be able to talk at the same time at one time in life.
Exactly.
To have women and men and coming together and stuff. So they had to break them here and here,
right,
in order for us to not last. So when you said that, I'm like, oh, this design. Oh God,
it's all by design. Y'all got to look up what's called the Willie Lynch letter.
Girl, you know some people that only even like that's not even a real. I'm like, don't talk to me.
You know what?
Let's talk. But bringing that up though, the systemic me and these they don't do good every week.
The systemic.
It's been a long day. Sis.
No, every week it's me and the barriers that exist for Black women seeking mental health. What do you think those are?
For one, the stigma. I'm not going to seem as strong or as put together.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to be that superwoman. But also the access to Black healthcare professionals.
Okay.
That will see us as people just like them and treat us as such, not minimize our pain, our experiences, what we're going through. You know, I almost lost my child one time because I had to tell the doctor what was in my health report. All I did was log into my chart and look for the letters in red. She couldn't find the letters in red and the whole 12-page document in black. And she told me everything was fine. I almost lost my child. Right? So it's stuff like that. Those become some of the barriers, not having enough people in the field. A lot of times we criticize it's not enough good Black doctors, mental health specialists, etc. We need to become that. Become the change you want to see. Encourage the change you want to see, right? Or how else are we going to get into those spaces? We have to create, we have to burst down those barriers because they never cared about our wellness. You know, the reason I talked about this on the Black maternal health segment, I don't even say C-section. No, say her name. It's cesarean, right? That's who they used to practice on with no pain meds or anesthesia, practicing cesareans on her body until they got it right. So don't ever talk to me as an educated person who now heard this about a C-section, right? They've been doing this to us.
It makes me so angry.
It does.
It hurts my heart because we have been through a lot for a lot of evil ass reasons. I'm just gonna say that, and that's and to know like a lot of women, they think they rip. You don't rip most of the times. They were cutting you so they can practice sewing you. You know, so it's just a lot of things that have been done. And like you say, once you know, you can't unknow what you know.
Oh, my God.
Plant the seed.
I also
and you start to see everything and everyone and all things differently.
Right.
And so, Ashley, let me ask you, and I know we talked about building social circles. So why is women's empowerment and prioritizations of mental health of importance with each other?
One, the biggest importance is saving lives. That's the biggest part. Saving lives. Black women, our lives matter. We make a difference in the community. And oftentimes, since we do speak in silos, we are given the title Angry Black Woman because when we voice ourselves, people can't handle the passion. They can't handle the struggle. And so because of that, we are put in a box that makes it inappropriate to express ourselves. And so we're also challenged because when we seek help or when we go to sisters, in our climate, we're often pitted against each other. We are fighting for the same spot.
About it.
So when we see a sister succeeding and we get in the same space, we become competitors and we no longer have sisterhood. We have strife. And so now we don't feel safe talking to each other. And oftentimes we end up in the field of gossip, right? So now my business is out there and I don't feel safe.
Right.
And the problem with that, and also if you go back to slavery, it's pitting a person against each other to keep us in check.
That's
right?
right.
Yes, it is.
That's right.
It is.
That's how they conquered us.
Yes.
That's exactly what
Yes.
it is. You know, I just watched Insecure all over again. And you know how Molly had the girl came in. I don't know if you know. But anyway, she worked for this prestige law firm, and she had another sister girl come in, and she was yeah. And she like, hey, you know, they gonna have a feel away about that. She like, I don't need you to tell me nothing. What the partners do, come like, hey, can you have a conversation with her? You know, sister to sister.
Yeah. Get her to calm down.
No, I don't think she'll take it the same from me as she would take it from you.
Thank you. That's
and so
boozy,
all
though.
along, the girl, you know, like, I know what I know because I work here. So let me look out for you. It's not, there's no hate. There's no this, but we've been programmed to feel that we are. So empowering each other, understanding the roles in the community. Why is that also important?
That's important because when we realize that we are not against each other, that we're here to support each other,
Unity.
that part empowers, it just grows our power extremely.
Yeah.
And like you said, unity. When we're united, there's power behind that. And so empowering is about giving ourselves the power we already have on the inside, but people are allowing us to express it. When we come together as women and we say, hey, sister, I am low.
Yeah.
I am low. I don't think I'm making it to tomorrow. I need help. Can I talk to you? Do you know somebody I could see?
Yeah.
You know what? I heard medication, changes your personality. I don't think I want to take that medicine. We need the people, the black women are going to say, girl, you deserve help. You don't have to do this alone. Go to the doctor. Girl, take that medicine. You need it. That's a chemical imbalance. That has nothing to do with your personality. That has nothing to do with your spirituality. You just have a medical problem that needs a little help. We need sisters that are willing to tell other sisters that they deserve the support.
Right.
Don't let anybody trick you into thinking there's something wrong with getting help. And so that empowerment is about, one, safe spaces, creating those safe spaces to share without gossip, without feeling shameful, without the stigma, encouraging them to seek professional help, encouraging them to build up their children to be okay with getting help too.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so like that's the empowerment. That's what we need in our community, that safe space, that upliftment and no judgment.
Yes.
And that was literally my next question. Why do black women in particular need a safe space to be able to discuss said things? It's like, oh, I don't have a safe space. If you notice, if I text you, I don't say, hey, how you doing? How are you feeling? Because I want the truth. I really care about how you feeling. Because in this very moment, you may not be feeling okay. But in this moment, you may be feeling okay, but sometimes we need to check in with one another and make sure that they know, like, I can go to the Miss Love Doctor and I can tell her, like, listen. And it's crazy because random strangers dump on me.
Girl, all the time. They just, we eating dinner or leaving out. Hey, girl, sister girl. I'll be like, girl, what?
They be like, what that lady say? What did you order? I'm like,
we leaving. What did you?
How was your day? I'm like, my day's good. Well, let me tell you about my day. And I listen.
They can just feel.
And I listen. And I hate when people say, what does it matter? What is complaining? What's that phrase everybody say?
How you doing? Can't complain. If I did, who would listen?
That's it. That's the one. And I'm like, well,
ain't gonna change nothing.
I'm standing here with 2 ears and I'm listening. But I think it's important for us to hear each other out because we have they don't look the same. Like I got a pink cup, you got a green cup, you got a blue cup, you got a red cup. But we all have a cup in our backpack, so you have something in there that I can relate to, I could be empathetic to, and I can show you some compassion for. And I think that's what we're lacking in that safe space.
Right.
And so,
I agree.
God, you guys answer questions that I already asked. Because the next one was, what are your thoughts on building a sisterhood, building a village?
Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm a sociologist. Everything I do, approach, observe, consider is from the lens of social cohesion and recognizing that we truly are only as strong as our weakest link.
Yeah.
Social ties, sisterhood, it gives you like social capital. You know what I'm saying? If somebody give you 4 or 5 job opportunities, if you can, you want to take all of them, right? Listen, I got as many jobs as I got kids. I don't play. Same thing. Your social capital, you should be building the same way.
Yeah.
Not that you're letting everybody in your circle or putting yourself in those vulnerable situations to be manipulated, but being mindful of being in healthy spaces of people who make it safe for you to be around, that encourage you, understanding that you're the average of those you hang around. Understanding that nobody is so much of a leader that they're beyond influence. So you have to be mindful of who do I want to be?
Drop the bar.
Listen.
I love that.
Reverse.
Y'all want me to run that back?
Reverse.
Nobody is so much of a leader that they're beyond influence. You literally are the average of the recipe that you cooking in. So you have to have a sisterhood that's going to be adding those seasonings. Oh, you a little savory. You need some sweetness, sis. You a little too sweet. They trying. You here goes some salt. You need people that's going to build you up in that way. And listen, that sisterhood can't look like people that's just always cheering you on and telling you you great. Don't be misled either, right? We need sisters that's going to check us and be like, sis, you tripping.
Yeah.
You seem
If I
really
blink
off
that
lately.
Hear that though, and hear that,
And hear
though.
it.
And hear
Receive
that,
it.
receive it, and
Right.
be okay with it. If
Right.
these people are in your circle, you should be okay to be able to say, "Hey, you ain't this. This ain't
Yeah,
racist. This
yeah.
ain't okay. This ain't." I am okay with my friend telling me the people that I accept opinions from, I'm gonna accept criticism from as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
not
Because what are we
take it as,
doing?
like,
Just trying
I'm
to
not-
build a fake fan club? Like, no,
Not
like,
at
check
all.
me if I'm
Not at
tripping,
all.
please.
Me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I receive it. Let me know immediately.
Please.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know, or check your time and process because I have to do that too. But
Right.
I like everything that you said, and I think that it puts that seed in the root of really allowing you to become who you truly are when you have a village.
Yes.
And we all know that it's got taken away for us. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ash.
No, I was just going to say one thing I found that was so beautiful about Las Vegas. Been here since 2016. The black women in Las Vegas are so connected. It's like you'll be so surprised. Oh, you know this person? I know this person, and I know this. And it's like I have been able to find so many black women, especially in the health-related field or in organizations, and they offer the same thing you're saying. Like you just know them for 2 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, you need anything? You know, are you okay?" And I've met so many women like that, and I think it's taking advantage of those opportunities when people are extending themselves. Take
Yes.
it. Don't say,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm fine."
too
Just,
strong.
you know, like that.
Too
You know,
strong.
I'm okay. You don't
good.
have to worry about that. And then we're losing opportunity. We're losing it.
Yeah. But and understand that you probably been in so many positions where you had to say, "I got it," and understand that this person is coming from a good place, and you can allow them to help you.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you so afraid, like,
Yeah.
nah, never mind, I got it.
We got to take the time to find out. I encountered the perfect stranger one time. I was like 8 months pregnant with my 5th child. My other one was a toddler. And it was winter in Colorado. I'm struggling. I almost slid with the stroller. And then she just runs over like, "What you need? You good, sis? Let me help you. What we doing? What we doing?" And I was just like, don't take my kid. But she was coming from such a good place. She didn't even know my name. All she saw was there was even a potential gap. And she literally raced over there across the snow and was like, "What do you need? I got you." And we have to be that willing, willing to, because you never know when you're going to need it. And you never know. You never know when you might be the reason that person was like, "I'm going to hold on." I will never, ever forget one time I went through a McDonald's drive-thru. And I don't even remember what was going on in my life that felt so heavy. I don't remember. All I know is the person in the drive-thru, the black lady, was so nice and sweet to me. I just started bawling, crying. And I'm not soft. I'm really cutthroat. I'm from Chicago, South Side.
Hey.
I just started bawling because the sisterhood in her, not even knowing me. And she was just purely kind.
Yeah.
We have to offer those safe spaces.
Yeah. We do. So what maybe I'm gonna say interventions or tools can we use to kind of reduce stress and improve our mental health among black women?
Go ahead.
So there are a few things I love to promote. And the first part really has to do with preferences. So what brings you comfort? What brings you peace? What brings you stability? And some people are introverted, and that might mean journaling. That might be reading books on certain things. Some people are more social, so they're going to be like, I need to get involved in organizations that are going to be uplifting me, joining sisterhoods and things like that. And those things, internal practices and external practices, are really important. But I would add the importance of professional help. It is, we do not take advantage of that opportunity because seeking help will admit something's wrong. And we can't have something wrong with us. We can't be honest, and we can't especially let anyone know we're getting help. And like you said, I mean, bottom line also, some women are scared their kids will be taken from them if they got the help they really needed. So, you know, at that point, then what do you do? But I would say, I told my aunt this really quick story, and I told her, "Auntie, you break your foot." She had a broken foot at the time. I said, "You broke your foot. And if I tell you nothing's wrong with that foot, you're okay. Just believe in yourself. Don't complain about it.
Rebuke it.
You know, rebuke it. in the name of Jesus.
Listen.
And if you really believed, then you could walk on that foot. You could run on that foot. You don't need medicine. You don't need a doctor. You don't need physical therapy after you break it. You don't even need a cast. You don't need a crutch. You got this. You would look at that person and say, what is wrong with you? That's a broken foot.
Right.
I'm going to damage it more doing the stuff you're telling me to do.
Right.
And that's what it's about, your mental health. It's the same thing. If it's broken, you need the proper tools to fix it.
Or else it spreads.
It spreads. It gets worse. It could risk your life. So if you have something broken mentally, emotionally, get the help that's needed.
Yes.
And in that analogy, so what? You might go to an emergency room, right? To handle an emergency like that. Okay, you might have to go to a psychiatric hospital just to handle the emergency. But guess what? Maybe you need physical therapy. Going to therapy is nothing wrong with that. That's exercising your brain and coming up with practical things from a professional that can help you.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You might need some medicine. Medicine relieves pain. It helps heal faster. That's what happens when you get medicine from a psychiatrist or a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Nothing wrong with that. You might need crutches. You might need accommodations in your home to handle walking on a broken foot. You may need that too with mental health challenges. You need the accommodations. You need some people to adjust the living space, adjust how you work to accommodate the needs you have in that moment.
Yeah. Right.
And so there's nothing wrong with help. And so what are the tools? You can work on yourself. You can journal. You can find some spiritual practices that ground you through meditation. And you can find a social circle, an inner circle, but don't neglect the health part of it. Right. It's okay to be not okay, and it's okay to get help.
That was powerful, Ashley. That was that broke it down in a way to because people don't look at it like that if their foot is broken. They're like, ow, ow, ow.
I like how she said, like, you ain't gonna be like, well, tell the Lord. Like, well, if you believe, you gonna achieve.
Some of
It's
this
like,
holy oil on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let me ask y'all, why are we waiting until it's broken? That's the thing for me. Like, let's normalize these practices now.
Yeah.
So that it's already, because it's
teach
hard.
them. We got to teach them.
There's so much stigma around mental health that it can be difficult to go and make that therapy appointment, let alone first find a therapist when you're in the middle of a crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
But if we already just normalize that, right? Let's just find a therapist right now when everything is going good. That's one of the best things I ever did for myself.
What needs to be said.
And I was like, I don't know why, it's just on my heart, right?
Yeah.
And you find a therapist even when everything is good, because you don't know when the ball is going to drop, and it's like, oh, now I need you more than ever. I'm so glad I already got you. And your children and other people who are looking up to you need to see you be that example, because they need to put that in their toolkit as well. Yeah. Right? So if you have the access, also get your children into therapy, and they're going to say, oh, stuff is not that deep, but you don't know when it's going to be that deep. So I'd rather teach my black boys and my black girls now that therapy is absolutely okay and a great resource. So then by the time they get older and life really start kicking in, it's second nature.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Speaking of tools, right? We're here to talk about Black women and mental health, but we're also here to promote the Black women's mental health tea and talk.
Yes.
So let's talk about how this event came about. Where did it stem from?
Well, I will tell you, the Tea and Talk is a series that the Las Vegas alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated has been doing for years. And Tea and Talk is through the Physical and Mental Health Committee. We focus on certain topics for health reasons. And we knew mental health is one of the top things we need to address. And I would say, especially in this climate, all our mental health is just going wild.
Us.
So we wanted to focus on mental health, and have been a member of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and NAMI has a program called NAMI Sharing Hope. And that Sharing Hope program is a Black mental wellness conversation series. And it focuses on different populations within the Black community. And they have these conversations all over the country. And they just launched one for Black women.
Wow.
And NAMI has a national partnership with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So I was enlisted to bridge our local chapter into it. And as I was bringing that into all of that, I was like, I'm a member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People.
Come on. Yes,
so,
we are.
I cannot do this and not include them.
Yeah.
And so I brought in the Health and Wellness Committee of NAACP and the lovely ladies of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women said, hey, we see this flyer and we got to be a part of this.
Oh, for sure.
And I will say they partnered with us
that.
last year when we did the Sharing Hope for community leaders.
Yeah.
So Black community leaders, that was a
Yeah.
focus last year. So it all stemmed, it kind of progressed in that order. But the Black Women's Mental Health Tea and Talk is a collaboration with Las Vegas Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta, Sorority Incorporated, with the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Las Vegas branch, and the National Coalition of 100
Yeah,
Black Women Las Vegas
absolutely.
chapter.
Period.
And I can share a little more about the event too.
Yes.
Okay.
This
So-
is your time, baby.
Yes. I'm excited. I am so excited. So let
I'm
me tell you a little
excited.
bit about it. So we will have that NAMI Sharing Hope wellness conversation. So it has a video of 5 Black women from across the country discussing what is up with Black women's mental health. Why are we not working together? And the theme of it is called Healing Out Loud.
Whoa.
So that
Otherwise, you suffer in
we
silence.
suffer in silence. So we'll have that mental wellness discussion, safe space for us Black women to come in and just lay it out. And we call it spilling the tea, not the gossip, but it's the real. It is
Yeah.
telling the real.
That's
And
right.
then after that, we will have a panel of mental health professionals and community leaders with our very own Dr. Liz as one of the panelists.
Yes,
As
yes.
a sociologist. We will have a licensed marriage and family therapist on it. Let me make sure I have everybody. We have the licensed marriage and family therapist.
Yeah,
we
the
have
psychiatric nurse.
Psychiatric nurse practitioner, a certified peer recovery support specialist.
Mm-hmm.
We have a licensed master social worker. We have
All kind of
them all.
subject
Yeah,
matter
so many.
experts.
I mean, when I tell
okay?
you,
you're not coming to play.
When I tell you, it's at least 7 different types
Yeah.
of mental health professionals. And what makes that so special, these are all Black women. So
Yes.
you come to this event on next Saturday, you come and you're able to find a Black woman in the field that you can connect with, who can provide you resources for you to get the help you need. We have
Right.
almost every mental health professional
Yeah.
you could think of.
yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah.
That is a wonderful. So, I don't know. What would you guys like to say just on your heart right now about either this event or the topic itself, Dr. Liz?
I think one thing I want to stress is going back to tools in our toolkit. So I want to be very clear that it's not only women that are invited. How are we going to break the stigma for our
Yes.
girls that will become us if we are not even including them in the space and at the table?
Yes.
I usually say, if you're not at the table, you on a menu. But a good sis of mine, hey, Casina, recently said, no, you got it wrong, because don't even act like you need permission to be at the table. We need our Black girls to know they don't need permission to be anywhere we are. They are welcome. So we want to also encourage our Black girls, our high school girls, to also come to this space to be amongst Black professional women coming together,
Yeah.
seeing us, work cohesively, but also get these tools in their toolkit. Because as much as they think they done been through hell and back in high school, they about to be grown, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that we are pushing to also have them in this space as well.
Yes.
I love that.
And NAACP is providing a community resource directory that will also have additional Black professionals that work in the mental health space, as well as other resources. So it's just a lot.
We working
Yes,
for y'all,
that's
for our
fine.
community, for ourselves. Listen.
Wow.
Frey, you got
Love that.
anything?
Man, I was just, excited to hear all of the information, and I am the one that I have not went to, like the doctor or the mental health yet. Okay, but you're right. It is okay for you to, get help, seek help, and have the love and the and the actual help that you need, like the mental help, like the actual doctor to be able to help you. Because I don't trust them, you feel me? And I be like, okay, let me not. But I do believe in therapy, because when I was a kid, I definitely did it, but I definitely need to do it in my adult age. So I'm excited. I'm ready to come next Saturday.
Hey,
me and my baby girl and my niece.
Yes, please bring them. And it's a chance for us to get cute and fellowship and learn together.
Ready to get
I can tell.
And I'm always ready to get
Let me
people
get one last question in there, and anybody can take this one. How can we, what kind of advantages can we have with making sure that members of the African American community be maximized?
What kind of advantages can we have? I think getting connected to one another. People ask on Facebook and everything for every other recommendation, where the food at? Where this at? Where that at? Ask, where the social groups? Where's the next Black meetup, right?
Yeah.
Put yourself into these healthy spaces. Also, as Black women, a part of our mental wellness, I believe, is changing the narrative that they painted for us for all these hundreds of years that we talked about in the beginning. So what that could look like is making sure our men also have that support. So if you look on NAACP's social media accounts, you'll see that they're also promoting the mental health event or the health fair that they're doing for men on April 26th. So I think, not only looking out for us as women, but also our children, advocating for our men. Us.
Yes. Yes.
They not.
Okay,
Listen, we got to look out for us. We really do.
You wrapped it. You could have wrapped it. So make sure you guys bring out your daughters and come and get cute, like they said. April 5th, 2025, because that's where we at, because I can't believe it. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Doolittle Senior Center, 1930 North J Street, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89106. Also, it is becoming spring, so if you are doing some of that cleaning, we are taking donation for Keys Do Love Mommies in partnership with Clark County Whitney Rec Center. We're doing a clothing, it's quarterly clothing kickback and exchange, April 3rd, 2025. From 2 to 5. So you can either bring your clothes or we can set up a pickup, drop off, because I know everybody is busy, but get that stuff out your house and allow it to be somebody else's treasure, because it's so sweet when they come in. And it's because I love seeing the seniors and the babies. I have a soft spot for them. So they come to this is nice. Girl, we donated a bag and the girl picked up my t-shirt with my grandmother's face on it. It was a breast cancer walk shirt. I was like, oh, baby, I'm going to need that back.
Right. that wasn't supposed to be in there. You won't be needing that.
But you guys make sure that you take the time and do what these ladies are saying. Build these connections. We don't have to stay with broken chains. We can mend the chains. They got E6000 out here. They got welding out here. We can build the change and be the change that we need to see, right?
Absolutely.
And you guys know I am big on leading with compassion. So be kind to somebody today.
Yes.
And stop getting the attitude and road rage. You know what I mean? Like, just calm yourself and be nicer to people, because we are very angry and it's a lot of emotion out there. So I just want everybody to lead with love. And if nobody has told you again, I'm going to say it again, that they loved you, I would definitely like to be the first to let you know that I love you. Okay? Make sure you guys tune in next week. I want to thank y'all for being guests of love.
Thank you, guys.
It was amazing having you guys in the house. We'll be here next week, Thursday, 6 p.m. We'll see y'all then. Bye.
Thank you.